Well, of course, here we go again. Just Stop Oil. They just seem to have no brakes on their parade of chaos, do they? I mean, picture this. An ambulance, sirens blazing, racing against time to save a life, only to be stuck in the snail-paced blockade set up by these dumbos. I mean, come on, that's not a simple inconvenience, is it? It's a real-life emergency, and they're treating it like a roadblock in some absurd game. It's just mind-boggling, isn't it? I mean, how can they possibly justify their actions? I mean, yeah, okay, everyone's got the right to protest, but not at the cost of someone's life, especially if it's hanging in the balance. And yeah, obviously I could be wrong, but I'm guessing the words empathy and intelligence are probably missing from their dictionaries. And thinking about it, there's surely no excuse for all these lenient sentences, is there? Because they're causing a massive disruption. And if I was calling the shots, they'd be looking at some serious jail time to put them off, and actually give them some sort of deterrent. Maybe, who knows, a decade behind bars for them to mull over their choice of protests. And something like that might just steer them towards more peaceful means. What do you reckon? Also, what they're not really thinking of is that obviously they want some sort of an announcement saying that we're getting rid of oil, but newsflash people, we're already on track apparently to phase out petrol and diesel cars by 2035. So surely wouldn't that be just enough for them? Because let's face it, at the moment, it seems like they're kind of protesting for a sequel to a movie that's basically already in production. But here's the big question for me. What's their grand plan? Do they expect the whole world to switch off oil overnight? I'd love to take a peek at their playbook and see what their alternative is they're suggesting for the entire country, or maybe actually even the world. No doubt they reckon they've got a cause, but their approach is just a bit pants in my opinion. I mean, it's like they're trying to turn off a tap that has been running for centuries with, on a flick of a wrist. Whether they like it or not, change needs transition, doesn't it? Not an overnight switch. Plus, in my opinion, if the person in that ambulance actually did die as a result of not being able to get through, and the protesters were aware of this, then personally I think they should all be done for manslaughter, because let's face it, if it meant that whoever was in the ambulance could have survived otherwise, then surely that would be down to them, wouldn't it? I don't know about you, but in my opinion, it just seems to be no end in sight, does there, for these pain in the bums? And of course, they've got to be pretty messed up if they think that their protest is more important than someone's life. But anyway, the article says that only 5 hospitals in the country, including Guy's Hospital, can provide the critical treatment apparently the patient needed. A spokesman for the London Ambulance Service warned delays can cost lives. Scotland Yard said officers had arrested around 40 activists by 10 a.m. But of course, Just Stop Oil attempted to claim that it was police officers, not protesters, who blocked the ambulance. But hang on a minute, sorry, but if they were never there, then the police officers wouldn't be there either. So surely it is down to them, isn't it? Especially if they didn't move out of the way. And of course, the woke climate cabal claimed that protesters had been dragged and forced to the ground as they were handcuffed. Well, sorry, but I'm guessing if you were protesting peacefully and got out of the effing way, then there wouldn't have been any need for that, would there? But if you think that is bad, then wait until you see this video with what was going on here. Are you enjoying this video so far? Good! Make sure you click the subscribe button down there and you can see more of them.